Hello my fellow warriors, hope you're doing well. So before we go into more lore, I first want to praise our community for being freaking awesome. I was pretty worried about the negative reactions I might get from the previous topic we were covering, but unlike other League lore communities, I've seen nothing but positivity, acceptance, and tolerance from everyone. Besides maybe 2 other people, but they're not a problem anymore. Anyway, I'm really proud to know that there's so many amazing people in our community. So thank you for being awesome. Today I'll be reacting to the As We Fall cinematic, a video covering the creation of Varus, the arrow of retribution. As always, I'll make sure to throw some lore along the way, but before we do that, we first need to go over the Varus comic because the cinematic is actually the second part of that series. Once we'll go over the first chapter, it will be a lot more easier to understand what is exactly happening in the cinematic. So without further ado, let's get started. The story of Omran and Kai begins as a wholesome love story and ends up being a tragic clusterfuck. Like, it begins with showing us this perfect relationship between these young Ionian hunters, how they got each other's backs and depend on one another, how despite one of their families being the leader of their village, the mother is actually super liberal, loving, and accepting, as well as all of the people around them. Like, seriously, you get so invested into this love story that you forget that there might be some G.G. Martin plot twist along the way. So what if one of them has creepy nightmares about some entity from a whale that wants to consume him? And who cares about some Ionian oracle priestess who warns him about how his relationship will cause him eternal pain of unimaginable loss? Like, bitch, I finally get some gay action around this place and you're trying to kill it? Fuck you, Padme. You ain't sinking my ship. I mean, come on, this is right. What could possibly go wrong? Fucking LeBlanc. So the Noxian forces attack the Temple of Pallas, which is kind of weird considering the fact that it's the farthest island from the Placidium where the actual war took place. Also, you would have to literally pass the Guardian Sea to get there, and that spot is probably infested with sea monsters. Like, the serpent colors are located literally there. Their job is to blow their horns so Bilgewater's location will stay hidden from the sea monsters, so I'd assume that most of the monsters would probably be pushed up closer to Noxus. Having an entire navy pass through there wouldn't be a very smart choice. But then again, it was all LeBlanc. Like, what if she knew that Varus's bow was hidden in there and wanted to get it for herself, you know? Anyway, the Noxians attack them and 𝗲𝘓 and Kai fight back. They manage to defeat the first wave, but Kai and Master 𝗂𝗵𝘂𝗽𝗍 are mortally wounded. Kai begs 𝗲𝘓 to run, to save himself and leave him behind, but 𝗲𝘓 can't do it. He can't lose him, he can't lose his heart light, and begs him to stay with him. That is when 𝗲𝘓 remembers the magical well in the temple. The well that his people, the 𝗬𝗪, accepted to protect aeons ago, for it was a prison where an evil device was sealed away by the gold-armored warrior, Queen of Valoran herself. It said that the magic there could renew that which is broken, and although he knew that whatever is sealed in that well wanted him, it was also his only hope at saving his soulmate. So we're in Pallas, we're in Ionia. This is the actual temple where Varus is locked and where 𝗲𝘓 is dragging Kai to try and save him. This is the well. He knows that this is his only chance at saving Kai. Babies. I can't. Kai shakes his head no, like he doesn't want him to do it. He knows that whatever is in that well wants 𝗲𝘓, but he's just way too weak to resist and fight him back on it. As they dive in, he loses his grip on him. He's trying to reach him, but he's too late because Varus is already awake. And like, notice how it drags them all the way down deeper under the well. This is not the well anymore. He's dragging them like somewhere else. They're falling farther down. and into whatever is holding Varus from waking up. So basically, like all these hands you're seeing here is like his Darkin power, right? He's holding them with his like ghostly creepy hands, like trying to separate Kai from 𝗬𝘁 so Kai won't be able to reach him. He doesn't want Kai to stop 𝗬𝘁 from making that deal with him. He looks back at Kai and he looks back at 𝗬𝘁. And this moment right here, when they're like face to face with one another and they're having this like mirror moment, is where he's basically like agrees to save Kai, but he wants 𝗬𝘁 to give his body, his actual like physical form, to Varus in exchange. Like literally making a deal with the devil over here. Oh, this is so bad. Oh. The deal has been made, like right here, the deal has been made, but he's still trying to separate them from one another. Oh, this is such an amazing transition. So this is basically, like, we are basically transitioning into 𝗬𝘁's mind, right? Right here, we can see 𝗬𝘁 and what he has going through his head, and here we can see him fighting the Noxians, right? He's still full with anger and rage at what happened like 5-10 minutes ago, and even though he's all consumed with this rage, Kai is still trying to reach him through that darkness, trying to call him out and pull him out of it. And we get this beautiful transition into Kai's mind and how he, compared to 𝗬𝘁, is actually at peace with the situation that he is in. He is willing to move on. You can see it through the symbolism, right? The golden fields, the stag in the background, that in a lot of spiritual religions represents, it's like a symbol of peace and harmony and longevity. So 𝗬𝘁 is absolutely, Kai is absolutely okay with moving on, but 𝗬𝘁 just doesn't want to let go. And even though like they're both of them are going through this, like, you know, they're going through their own conflicts, Kai still manages to reach through and get 𝗬𝘁 out of it. You can see it right here in this absolutely beautiful image of them like holding their hands together, like they managed to find one another. Oh my god, that's so beautiful. Right now, this is not even the actual world, right? This is a different, completely different world. You can see it because like the temple is an absolute ruin. You can see this like purple haze behind them. Like this, it's like another dimension where Varus can take like a form of some sort. He is going towards Kai, right? Kai is still trying to resist. He's trying to get away from him. He's trying to fight back because he doesn't want him to take over 𝗬𝘁. And 𝗬𝘁 can't reach him because whatever plane this is, he already made the deal. There's nothing he can do about it at this point. Varus basically pulled his soul out and shot it in to 𝗬𝘁. Merging them all together. And being reborn as one entity. After Varus is reborn, he's going on his journey to vengeance. He tries to take over 𝗬𝘁's mind by brainwashing him with hatred, but he fails, because the strength of love is far greater than he expected. The whole third chapter is just them having a really angsty threesome about what's morally right and wrong. And although Kai and 𝗬𝘁 concluded at the end of the story that they are Varus, Varus is still an entity of his own. He's just a third Darkinian wheel sandwiched in between these two dudes. The story that comes out after the comic tells us about his journey to Shurima, where he wants to try and find his dark kin, just to find out that people pretty much forgot all about them. Most of the story is no different from the third chapter in the comic, but it is the end of the story that catches our attention.
Varus entered the ruined structure, briefly glancing at a pair of canine and crocodile statues as he passed. Inside, it was cool and dark, the walls covered in vivid bas-reliefs depicting wide discs spreading golden rays over a bountiful land. The stone floor was inscribed with a magical script that had been old even before 𝗬𝗏𝗽𝗏 rebellion. Warding sigils, potent ones, but faded, said Varus, crossing the inscribed flagstones to where a towering statue of a great serpent-headed god warrior had once stood sentinel. Some past catastrophe had toppled it, and beyond its sandstone remains a lightless chamber. He entered, the glow from the smoldering light at his heart revealing nothing but bare stone, burnt black and glossy by ancient fire. Varus sighed. Where are you, sister?
So besides the drama and the hit in the feels, we find out that Varus actually has a sister, which I assume might also be a corrupted ascendant since she was supposed to be kept in some tomb as well. Hopefully in the future we will learn more about her, and who knows, maybe in the future she'll even become a new champion. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. As always guys, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please don't forget to like and subscribe, and I hope to see you next time. Bye bye.